Welcome to One Book, One Review. Hey everybody, today's book is The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Marianne Shaffer and Annie Barrows. This is a lovely book. No really, I actually thought this while reading. This is a lovely book. So what is it about? The story is set in 1946. Juliet Ashton is a journalist who wrote a column during the war that has been collected into a book. The novel begins with her book tour and her search for a topic for a new novel when she's contacted by D'Arcy Adams. D'Arcy Adams lives on Guernsey, one of the Channel Islands. He came into possession of a book that used to belong to Juliet, and since there are no more bookstores on Guernsey, he writes to her to ask for help acquiring more books by the author and about the author. He tells her about his book club, the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society, about its members and the German occupation. This is where Juliet sees her new novel. She sets out to Guernsey to interview people and soon finds herself totally involved in their lives. It is difficult to summarize without giving away too much, so let's rather look at the book instead. This is an epistolary novel, meaning it's written in letters. Each letter is dated and they start in January of 1946 and end in September of the same year. The letters are mainly between Juliet and other characters, but every now and again there are some letters between the other characters as well. The choice of telling the story through letters is a very clever one. As letters are very personal, they give away a lot about the writer, and often they reveal more than the writer themselves are aware of. The book is divided into two parts. Part 1 concentrates on the correspondence before Juliet goes to Guernsey. We learn about her life in London and some of her own history. We also meet the members of the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society and their quirks. Part 2 completely plays on Guernsey and the events happening there. I think every book lover will enjoy reading this book, as Juliet is book crazy herself. The importance books have for her is endearing, and her erratic behavior is hilarious. The first part talks a lot about reading and the purpose or effect books have on people. But it's not only about books and reading. This novel also tells a fascinating story that is filled with historical information about the German occupation of the Channel Islands and the time after World War II ended. Maybe I'm biased being German and in my mid-30s, but I tend to find it interesting to read about the life during the war and how people coped. Not exactly the historical war scenery, but about the humans caught up in the situation. The characters in this novel are somewhat unique. They are very normal and extraordinary at the same time. You just can't help but like them. I have to admit that I would have never picked up this book by its cover, but it was one of Amazon's recommendations and I couldn't resist its title. And I'm glad I didn't. I really enjoyed everything about this book. The writing, the characters, the story. It's just lovely. I keep saying this. Can't stop myself. Next, I'm continuing with the Hunger Games trilogy. Thanks for watching One Book, One Review.